Great, so let's look at what we have on our web page. Here we have an embedded YouTube video related to the test, a photo, and the same questions we saw before. So once you select an answer and hit the submit button, you may be prompted by your computer to register an email account set up on your computer. You can use any email address you want, although sometimes actual Outlook emails don't work, so you may use an email address like Gmail or Yahoo instead. So unfortunately, this will actually be a required step for participants in the quiz. Although this may discourage participants from taking the quiz, sending emails of participants' responses is the easiest way to obtain participants' data. The other methods require more advanced knowledge of computer programming. If you're interested in that, I will include some links in the chat box. So once the participant has their email account set up on their computer, it will automatically send the results to you. As I said before, there are some links in the Colab document on how to set up customized responses so that when participants send their email submissions to you, they will receive an automatic email that tells them their personality type. These directions are pretty straightforward, so you can do them on your own time. C.S. Joseph, the MBTI spokesperson in the YouTube video I included in this demo website, actually uses this same process for distributing personality test results to users, whereby participants have to give out their email address, and it hasn't discouraged me from taking his version of the MBTI test several times, so hopefully it won't discourage your users from taking your personality tests. So now that you can see what the website recreated can do, we can flip back to the Flask code to see how you can change the information so that the website suits your needs. So the first thing to know is that everything that goes between the two body tags is what gets displayed on the web page. Because I wanted to change the text color and background, the beginning body tag is longer so that it includes all of this information. So then the IMG_SRC equals is what is needed to specify the image, as well as what slide to place it on the page and what size it should be. The next line, line 17, specifies a YouTube video, and it's important to note that you get the web address by using the video ID. The ID is found by right-clicking on the video, selecting Stats for Nerds. Then when you see the ID and you just replace the last part of the link that's in this link I already have here, right after the embedded part. The next thing to know is that any text you want displayed on the web page needs to be enclosed by two tags with a P inside it. However, if you want the text to be larger than that default size, you can experiment with using H1, H2, etc. in order to specify larger text. H1 is the largest text and gets smaller H2 onwards. So now, in order to create the option buttons for both questions, we need to enclose them within the form tags, and you only need one set of those form tags to stand for both questions. So you see the first one on line 20 and the closing one on line 31, but the first one specifies the method as well as the action, so it's a bit longer. So the name for the option buttons is called radio. So for input type, that's why you see the word radio. Then for name, you can call it whatever you want, as the user will not see it, but all of the names for this group have to be the same so that they will be separated from for question 1. Then the value is the string that is displayed beside the option button that the user sees. So when you receive the email response of your quiz results, you would have seen the name and value attached together for both questions 1 and 2. So to make it easier for yourself, you might want to change the names from category 1 and category 2 to say question 1 and question 2 instead, so that when you receive a participant's email, you know what it's talking about. Then towards the end of the code, you see how you can create a drop-down list that allows you to choose from a list of options in a menu. And then the last bit of code is the JavaScript message that pops up when you first launch the website. So you can try backspacing out the radio inputs and replace them with other input types. While you're at it, be sure to insert the email address you want participants' test results to be sent to, as otherwise, when they hit the Submit Responses button, page not found will result. So when participants hit the Submit Responses button, an email will pop up with your email address all ready to go in the Send To part, and all their test results will be included in the message part of the email. As I said a minute ago, it involves a lot more computer programming knowledge to get the test results to just send automatically to you without an email box that pops up that reveals your email address to participants. So all you can do is use an email address that you're not as worried about people getting a hold of. And so please go to the Google Colab document with links to pages that help you set up customized automatic responses to respondents' emails so that when you get an email with certain words in the message, an email will automatically be sent to the participant that gives them their personality type.